So, Avatar, right around the corner. I think it comes out on the 16th. I could be wrong on that, but I know it's coming out soon. Full critic reviews for the movie will be out December 13th. So that does sound right. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch this or not, because I would need to go back and watch the original. I've only seen the original one time. One time. I barely remember anything about it. I do remember being pretty bored in the theaters. So, I don't know. It's going to be a big time commitment to put towards this movie because I would need to watch the original. And I don't necessarily feel like watching it. But, of course, critics are giving their first reactions, which I always find funny. These are always the stages of a movie release. We get first reactions, which are hardly ever negative. They're always positive and kind of full of shillery. We'll say that. Working the zipper of the Hollywood machine. It feels like shills being shills, which is exactly what media critics are. They are shills. None of them criticize anything, especially big budget movies. And this is a Disney movie, don't forget. A big budget Disney movie. Time to play ball. And I want to be fair here. This could be a good movie. I don't know. But I always find this funny. Critics, you can't trust them. You can never trust them. The reason that I can say that with pretty much no kind of hesitation is the BS that came out when Captain Marvel was getting reviews, and they openly talked about playing ball. If you want to be able to put stuff out, you can criticize some stuff, but you need to play ball with the others. Here, listen to the critics themselves. This is from a podcast where they talk about that, how they'll just say things are good. They'll lie. They will lie and say they're good.
Everybody in our industry occasionally has to play softball, occasionally has to, look the other way a little bit. Everybody has to do it.
Wait, returning what? Like a movie that's
in the sense that,
or?
I hated a movie, but I won't say that I hated the movie. Or an actor behaved a sort of way and you don't want to, put it out there that happened.
Right, because you might not get the next review,
right.
next gig.
So to some degree, everybody in our industry that is a part of this quote-unquote access media has to sort of decide which battles they want to pick.
It's a great quote, isn't it? It's a great quote. Because it tells you these people are all full of shit, that they'll do what the corporations tell them. But let's take a look at it. Let's take a look at what they're saying. And I love how over the top these first reactions are. The initial reactions to Avatar 2 press screenings are in Never Bet Against James Cameron, mesmerizing beauty in every frame. I love how early reviews are always, early reactions are always like over the top. Like every movie is the best movie since the last movie that they saw. Here's one. Avatar Way of the Water is pretty incredible. I had faith James Cameron would raise the bar with the effects, but these visuals are mind-blowing. One stunning frame after the next. But the thing I dug most is how the technical feats always feel in service of character and world building. Now, here's one that's not so praising, but it's in line with the quote we just heard. Even if you don't like it, you don't say you hate it. So this is from Digital Spy. Unsurprisingly, Avatar: The Way of the Water is a visual masterpiece with rich use of 3D and breathtaking vistas. It does suffer from a thin story and too many characters to juggle, yet James Cameron pulls it together for an extraordinary final act full of emotion and thrilling action. James Cameron is a technology master, and his direction is at its most precise here. The film as a whole, a technological marvel, is a technological marvel with a breathtaking world is just Dances with Wolves and Free Willy for Gen Z. P beforehand. So it's basically the first movie because the first movie is basically Dances with Wolves, but it's in space with aliens. Like, that's what it is. See, every video, like everything, it's beautiful. I was slapping my seat, hooting, screaming for Navi to take out every last one of those dang sky people. It's an Avatar movie. Slow start, big build, incredibly involving second act with a ton of world building and cool creatures that blisses you out, way out. Then an hour of screamingly good, crystal clear, emotionally trenchant action to send you home full and happy. So I think you see what's going on here. Everyone is basically saying it's great, and if they aren't saying it's great, they don't say so. They disguise it. It's different or something. But my favorite is that it's full of characters, but it's full of characters and kind of a thin story, but James Cameron handles it well. What is it? So basically you're saying that it's kind of a middle of the road movie, but you blew it up as a great movie. And I love how it's Dances with Wolves and Free Willy for Gen Z. Like you're basically saying it's the same as the first movie. Can't wait to see the audience score on this movie. That's going to be the real teller. What does the audience say about it? I love the reactions better over on Cosmic Book News. Woke media loves Avatar. The Way of Water reactions are in. Here's a good summary of what all of them said. Looks like Matt McGlone. I think I'm saying it. I'm probably saying his last name wrong, but he does a great job here over on this website. The shows in woke media got an early look at James Cameron's Avatar, The Way of the Water, and of course, every reaction is glowing as the film is going to make billions and billions of dollars. Tom Page, who writes for CNN International, says it all and offers Avatar, The Way of Waters is more writ large. It's more beautiful, more in awe of Pandora, more vocal in its environmentalism, more damning of humans. It's an adrenaline shot to 3D filmmaking and an uncompromising doubling down. You'd expect nothing less than Cameron. But there you go. It's more vocal in its environmentalism, more damning of humans. That really stood out to me when I first read this article before I made this video. Because, I mean, take into account what he said recently, how he was talking about how, testosterone is a poison. I really wonder, is this going to just be a big message movie? Is this movie going to be about climate? Is it all it's going to be about? Like, is it going to beat you over the head with it? Or will it be woven into the story better? I'm interested in that aspect. But I can get that from reviews of people that I trust rather than seeing it. I don't know. Maybe I will watch it. We'll see. But I'm not shocked by these reviews. This is the way it usually always goes. And don't forget, this is a Disney movie. A lot of people in Disney pockets. And, this is why you'll see worse reviews for DC movies than you will Marvel movies. Marvel movies, especially the first reactions, are always glowing. You hardly ever see anybody talk shit about a Marvel property. You hardly ever see anyone talk shit about a Disney property in general because, Disney's the king of these people. They got to play ball or they won't get that next early review. They're still shilling for Lightyear. Look at this. Lightyear director Agnes McLean on using an echo of Toy Story's Buzz Lightyear as inspiration. Like, they're still shilling for Lightyear, and it was a colossal flop. Colossal flop. Like, look at this. No one's interested in this interview. I wish I could see how many times anyone clicked on this. No, there's no comments. I wish I could see how many times this has been clicked on, because I guarantee you, no one's reading this. No one gives a shit about Lightyear. But Deadline is, of course, going to run in there and try to still prop it up. You know why this article exists. It's because the movie's probably struggling to sell anything DVD-wise or Blu-ray-wise. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, comment below, like, share the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.